Hello everyone, welcome to Oman Radiology. Today we're going to see how a CT plain brain is going to be performed. First and foremost, we start with the patient preparation. Firstly, patient identity confirm. Check doctor's prescription, whether it's plain brain or anything else, and the diagnostic. Explain the procedure to the patient. Remove all metal objects. Get consent taken from the patient and take the history of the patient. Secondly is the patient positioning of the CT brain. The patient should lie on their back, as you can see, also known as the supine position. The patient's head should be placed on the head holder or with a cushion to prevent motion. Instruct the patient not to move at any point during the scan to reduce the motion artifact. If the patient is non-cooperative, tie the head with the headband. Align the canthometal line, also known as the OM line, horizontally from the outer canthus of the eye to the external auditory meatus. Center the head midline of the patient to the scanner with the help of the localizer lights of the CT scan. Place a lead apron onto the patient to minimize radiation exposure to body parts that are not being scanned. These are worn to protect radiation-sensitive organs. Once the patient positioning is done, heading back to our CT console, we first enter the patient's details, such as the patient ID, the name, the age, the gender, and the body region that is being scanned. Depending on the protocol, the entire scan may be completed within a few seconds to a minute. Once the scan is completed, the acquired data is processed and displayed on the workstation. After filling the patient detail, we continue with our scout and localizer image. Perform a lateral and AP scout scan to confirm positioning. Use this image to set the scan range, usually from the vertex to the foramen magnum. KVP can be around 120. MAS can be adjusted based on the patient size. This can differ in different centers and hospitals. Heading to the scan parameters, the slice thickness should be about 5 mm, which is the standard protocol, and as department protocol, around 2.5 mm for posterior fossa. Start of the scan. Instruct the patient again to stay still to reduce motion artifact. Begin the scan from the base, which is the foramen magnum, to the head, which is the vertex. Observe images during acquisition for any urgent findings, such as large bleedings, hemorrhages, or any fractures visible. After the scan comes the post-scanning. Help the patient off the table if needed, document completion, and notify the doctor if any critical findings are suspected. Coming to the image review, quickly assess for motion artifacts, proper coverage, and quality in all three planes, such as axial planes, sagittal planes, coronal planes. For better visualization of structures like bone, vessels, and organs from multiple angles, we use the 3D imaging technique. This helps us in evaluating fractures, tumors, bleeding, and surgical planning. Coming to the end of the CT brain plane, CT brain plane filming includes selected images from axial slices, usually at key anatomical levels, the base, the mid, and the vertex. A common window used is the brain window, which is usually for soft tissue structures. Images are printed or stored in packs showing representative views for diagnosis. CT images are printed on a special film using a DICOM printer, then placed on an illuminator, which is known as the X-ray view box, for viewing. This helps the radiologist clearly see brain and bone window images for diagnosis. What do you think the diagnosis is for this patient scan? Comment down below. Like, subscribe, and share.